Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's Hearthstone Ranked time. So just because we're tooling around near the end of the season, and I mean, I wasn't going to get anywhere very impressive anyway, let's check out one of my other decks that I've been playing around with. Is not as 100% solid as I feel my other ones are. Not quite as tuned, but here we go. This is a very aggressive warrior raging sort of deck. I've got 2 Inner Rage, Abusive Sergeant, and a Cruel Taskmaster, because I only have 1 Cruel Taskmaster. Got a bunch of one-offs in here for that reason, because I don't want to spend dust on class-specific stuff, mostly. But I've got 2 Shield Bearers, which seems kind of weird in a very aggressive deck, but again, he does help cover for me pretty well, and he can be Inner Raged into a 2/3 if I need to. There's also 2 Young Priestesses, because she, as a 2/1 for 1, she's fairly aggressive, and she helps boost the other guys to help them survive things. She and the Shield Bearer can stand up to some punishment to give me time to start getting out my serious stuff. I've got the Amani Berserkers, the Frothing Berserkers, the Raging Worgens, all your standard sort of raging stuff. The Warsong Commanders, so I can rush them out. So if I play a Warsong Commander 3rd turn, 4th turn, I can do like Raging Worgen, Inner Rage, 2 attacks for 4. It's crazy. And then, of course, we have the Arathi Weaponsmith, because he's super efficient, right? You get a guy, and you get a weapon, which can do which is like 4 damage worth of stuff you can do. You can kill 2 things with it. Plus Leroy, Arcanite Reapers, a Gorehowl, 2 Argent Commanders again, Ragnaros. It's just very aggressive, and I've got the double Battle Rage in there to draw me more cards, because you can usually get 2 cards, that's not hard, and sometimes you can get more than 2 cards, in which case it's crazy. So let's see how this does against the other rank 16 opponents. And towards the end of the season, and there are no prizes yet in these beta seasons, so just mostly fighting to see what the field is and just learn more by playing. I haven't spent that much time playing against serious opponents with the warrior here. So Execute, Slam, Taskmaster, and Battle Rage. I'm going to get rid of the Battle Rage. That's a little bit more late gamey. And I don't really want to keep both of these. The Execute goes well with the Taskmaster. I might use him for... I don't know what to do. I need more like rushy sort of stuff, though. So I think I'm going to get rid of the Execute. I can use that to kill something like expensive later in the game. Give me some more creatures that rush. This sort of counts, but I have lots of things. I don't have any of my my actual beatdown creatures. So we'll have to see what I draw against a warrior. I mean a wizard. The mage can really blow up stuff pretty well, so we're going to have some problems here. This is like an insanely excessive use of cards. But I'm going to draw 1 back. If I coin, slam that thing, then Inner Rage it to finish it off. That's 2 damage plus 1 from this. I'll draw 1 card back from slamming something that survives. I won't have my coin anymore, which is pretty bad, but this can get really sick really fast. If he goes Mirror Image, Arcane Missile, hits me for 3, and then that's 6, and then I'm in trouble. So I mean, on my next turn, I could much more cheaply, I could slam. No, I still won't be able to slam coin Cruel Taskmaster. This relies on the zero costness. So yeah, I'm going to do this. Probably dumb. Spending a lot of effort. Oh, I got a replacement Inner Rage. Okay. I'm going to regret this later in the game when I'm all out of Taskmasters and Inner Rages and I start getting my Enraged creatures. Now, I'm not playing with the Gurbashi Berserker, the 2/7 who can get Enraged more than once, which is interesting because he works well with this Warsong Commander, right? Like it's a tough decision. So stupid. If I spend all of this stuff on killing, I'm going to have none left for, working later. But if I don't get this thing killed, what am I going to do? because it'll just kill my Warsong commander. This is not working out very well. I am not happy with this draw. I don't know how much better I could have gotten, but I'm not happy with it the way it is, that's for sure. I will literally have spent all my Rage Accelerators in my deck, pretty much, if I use both of these just to kill that. And all I'll have to show for it is a 2-2. Or I can armor up, take some beatings, but then I'm still going to have to get rid of her somehow. Oh, this is so dumb. I'm going to do it anyway, even though it's stupid. Really stupid. I do wish I had a second to these guys. I know I should just spend the dust, but I'm stingy. I'm trying to save up for, like, epics and stuff. I'm thinking I might want to buy myself 2 big game hunters. Okay. Success! I have board control, sort of. It's going to go downhill real fast. But there's nothing out to kill my Warsong commander, which can pay some serious dividends if this situation persists. What could you do? Probably just Frostbolt this. Arcane Missiles and hope she gets lucky, because if the Arcane Missiles did 2 damage to this, she could finish it with that. Or she could actually just play, like, a thing. Probably play an Ice Elemental. Or a Violet Teacher, okay. Interesting. That's not working out too well. Am I going to have to execute this? Because that's really sad. It seems pretty dumb. I'm going to have, like, nothing left, but I guess this is what happens when your deck's all, like, aggressive.
No problem.
Blizzard is 6 mana now, so I dump all my stuff so that my opponent can AoE it and crush me, but in a very short term, I can do a bunch of damage, and one of these guys is going to be buffed up to 4 toughness. So, Cone of Cold would hurt right now. Lots of things would hurt. I'm probably mostly screwed. Deck has just spent way too much card disadvantage. Too many 1 damage, 0 cost spells. They were not used as intended, but I just drew them all together. What was I to do?
Who you want me kill?
That's sort of dumb, but if I have a 50-50 chance that she'll give him back 1 toughness, in which case he can survive the fire blast. Yay! Otherwise, this would have gotten 1 toughness and been able to survive him for 1 turn. So, either way, it was pretty advantageous. But, yeah. This is still going to go downhill very quickly. Ouch. So, yeah, ouch. Now, this still has its power. Are you going to kill it, or are you just going to hit me for 4? That's what I would do. Yeah, it's frozen, but yeah, it's hurting him, but as a mage, I would definitely still do that. Now, as it happens, I have an Urgent Commander. So I haven't 100% run out of steam yet, and I have done more than 10 damage to my opponent. But I'm going to run out of steam quickly, I think, and just get crushed. 2 turns from Ragnaros. Opponent has not been forced to use any polymorphs yet, so I'm sure they're coming. Big Game Hunter kills Ragnaros. Thinking of getting a Big Game Hunter. It's 4/2 for 3 mana, so its stats are not arranged in a particularly favorable manner, but it is still an aggressive creature. It can still kill something, as long as it doesn't get hit by a spell. And, yeah, for only 3 mana, it's not bad, and it only when it comes into play, you can, for free, kill a minion that has 7 or more attack. Now, not that many things have 7 or more attack, but if your opponent has just 1 or 2, you save him to find out, basically. they are definitely worth killing. Like, you're getting so much for that. If your opponent plays Ragnaros and then you just like, big game hunter, that's a pretty big win for you.
It's time for a little blow.
So I have many hit points, but not many cards. My opponent has many cards, and still more hit points than I'd like. She has a good opportunity to come back here. Although, this thing, it would take a lot of spells to boost this guy up to kill him. She's going to have to actually like use a spell on my Amani Berserker to damage it, and before she can finish it off with that or with Fire Blast. Frostbolt would be a pretty easy choice, unless she's got crazy stuff in her hand that she's trying to decide between. She might be trying to figure out whether it's worth Firestorming or not. That's a good question. I don't know if it is. Seems like a little bit bare bones, but I don't have that many cards, and she has many, so Firestorm would be pretty good. That's pretty rough. And you're going to kill her, that would make sense. So this could be a problem. That might help with the next thing I draw. For now, I don't have a lot of choice. My play is Ragnaros. And see what happens. Totally random. It's probably not going to help that much either way. Yeah. I should have just attacked that with this, I guess. So that he'd have a chance to kill her. But then I wouldn't have anything else. I have lots of hit points, so being attacked is not my problem. My problem is losing board control and never getting it back because I have no cards. Oh, now she's got 8 damage to kill Ragnaros with. She could have done with the Fire Blast anyway, but not going in that direction. She's going to like leave Ragnaros lying around. Interesting. Or Polymorph. Fireball. Okay. And then now this is big enough to kill him. Lame. I guess I really should have traded that guy to take out the bubble, but I mean, there was only a 1 in 4 chance that he would hit the bubble. Okay. So we would have to get pretty lucky to kill him. I guess it's a 50-50 chance. That's not bad, but it's not enough. So tempted to do nothing, but I don't think doing nothing is going to help much. Because whatever I play with her is going to get to charge, generally. He has charge anyway, so that doesn't help much. I put her out, she's just going to die. At this point, I do need to save her for that. If I play him, all he does is 4 damage to her, and then that costs him his bubble, and now he can die to anything. Although she'd be at 1 health, so the whatever I charge out with her would work. That's not a very good deal, though. What else can I even do, though? I used up all my 1 damage cards. I think I'm mostly just screwed. It's like a slow form of screwed. It's going to get faster, though. Because there's 11 damage worth of creatures out there already. I guess I play the Argent Commander and then force my opponent to do something about it. Oh boy. I don't have whirlwinds in here, which would be surprisingly useful right now. Whirlwind attack. Okay. I guess if that's a 50-50 chance, my opponent has like lost twice, although there is the Fire Blast that would help. Oh, that's no good.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Did she attack with this before bouncing it? Because if not, then she made a mistake. But that's not what I needed. Oh, man. I'm going to get flattened. So if I kill this, there's still 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, man. No real advantage to playing her now. I mean, she's not going to live long enough to attack. I guess it would waste some of my opponent's stuff killing her, but I'm hoping I can get something out of the charge. Even then, though, even if I get the best, like, guy to charge out, the Worgen, he can't survive the 3 damage from anyone, so he won't get his whirlwind attack. So I'm really quite doomed. Yeah, he's the best guy, and he still doesn't help. Failed. That was a pretty clumpy draw, though. I got all my do 1 damage plus 2 attack cards at once. Pretty crummy. So I'm going to give it one more try. When the new season starts, you're probably not going to see me playing these, like, wonky sort of super aggro decks. I'm thinking I might be playing a lot of Priest, though, because the Priest is just so all-around strong. I think it does well. It's hard, though, because I like the Rogue deck, too. It also works quite well. Come on, what you got? Good. Dastardly Death Knight.
Garrosh versus Garrosh. Victory or death! I will crush you!
Leroy. How have I not seen Leroy in, like, so many games? Warsong Commander, pretty good. These are all pretty good, although my hand's a little slow. I'm going to get rid of him in favor of late game. No, I'm not. I'm just going to keep them all. Whatever. I do have the coin, which is good with all these, since most of these cards have the same cost. Oh, squelch yourself. I could coin that out, and he would be okay. Maybe I should do that. I mean, I was thinking I was going to coin out the Warsong Commander, but I mean, he'll probably put out something on his second turn. I might have to do this to reverse the momentum. On the other hand, I could, if he puts out something that does 3 damage, I can coin out this guy instead. He's pretty rough. I guess I'll pass. Probably coin out the Frothing Berserker. That'll work. And now let's see how he screws up that plan. Okay. Oh, Shield Bearer? Cool. He's gonna be annoying for that thing. Since there's nothing out there, I'm not gonna coin him out. What I'm gonna do is, next turn, I can coin out the Warsong Commander and this guy to protect her. That gives her a much better chance. So, yeah, we'll just play this. That's fine. Yes, he can just kill it with his axe. But then he won't have an axe.
X marks the spot.
Okay, that's unfortunate. I'm not using that strategy in here. I'm also not using those axes. I'm trying to go with all the efficient stuff instead. But, yeah, does this change my plan at all? You know, save Leroy, I think, for when the Frothing Berserker is out. That would be awesome.
I wonder.
Play her, and I'm still got to coin out this guy, I think. It's not going to work out the way I wanted it to, though, because she can just kill anything, because she can one-shot him. It's a pain. Which, I mean, she can one-shot anything, basically. I think I'm going to stick with my plan, but it's not going to work out as well now, that's for sure.
You shall not pass.
Like, I could have put him out and then attacked them right away. Oh, man. Can I not select him? I can still select him, but that is messed up what it did there. He would be better with something else, because he can come out, he can attack for 2, and he can give something else +2, +0.
Try this.
Okay. He's got a lot of like power on the board now, which I don't like. Inner Rage. So that's interesting. Usually I want to Inner Rage my own guys, in theory. But actually, if I put out the Frothing Berserker, and then I play this guy, I can buff something to do more damage to my opponent. And I can inner rage her so that she dies to him, which is pretty awesome. So let's do that.
Get in there, fight, maggot.
We're gonna play him so he can absorb all the blood going on out there.
Simmer my wrath.
His weapon only does 2. You know what? I think she's outlived her usefulness. I think the best course for me is to keep him as alive as possible, maybe. Because otherwise his weapon does enough that he can just kill this. On the other hand, if I keep her out, that's pretty strong for the other stuff. But no, I think I'm going to sacrifice her to kill that guy. Which gets me 2 more damage now. And he's not going to want to weapon him. I'm sure he can find some other way to kill him or silence him or something, but I don't know. His interaction with Leroy is going to be a little bit funny too, because when those whelps die, that's just helping him. Now, they might be used to kill him. Well, that's no good. That is also no good. It's going to be hard to get rid of all this junk. Oh, you're going to take the 9. Interesting. I did like 1 billion damage to him, which is okay, but it is a little bit annoying. Now here's a problem. I'd be wasting Leroy to kill that and give my opponent 2 1/1s.
I wonder.
I could play this guy and the slam, but like, if I leave this guy alive, he can just kill him. If I slam this guy, then he gets 2 attacks, but he'll die the first one when he hits that guy. Plus, he won't get to attack this turn anyway. I think maybe I'll slam this guy and see what I get. A Cruel Taskmaster would be nice. No complaints.
Back to work.
Is it fantastic? No. But it's handy. My opponent still has half my hit points. I have a little bit less because he has a leper gnome out and I don't have a way to silence them. It's going to get interesting, though. If I can set up a situation where Leroy is not going to... where Leroy doesn't easily die right away, which is pretty hard. Things might get interesting. That is a lot of crap. And this is going to get pretty big. So, that's unfortunate. Leroy might have to kill this guy, honestly. Although, there's something to be said for just playing 2 Raging Worgens. Both have no cards, pretty much. Like, these should take out most of his forces. Unless he drew a cleave or something. And even then, they should still take out most of his forces. And he has to put them down, because they're so dangerous. So he might just trade all his guys to get rid of them. If he doesn't, he might regret it. Like, if he just ignored them and hit me for 8 or whatever, that would be ridiculous, because I would just obliterate him on my next turn. these guys are that strong. Because kill that, then hit him for 4. Like, kill that, hit him for 4. And then Leroy for 6. No, he's gonna wipe out one of them at least. Is he gonna trade this for the other one, or is he gonna hit me for some damage? That's not as dumb. Now there's nothing that I can easily just like buff this guy on. There's nothing that he can survive attacking. Boy. Well, I can armor up and still play every card I have, so I guess we're gonna armor up. There's not gonna be much opportunity to execute things. He can probably kill me if I just hit him for 9. Actually, he can definitely kill me because I'm giving him the 1/1s. He's got 10, 11, 12. Okay, it's still not definitely kill me, but it's pretty close.
What now?
I guess what I should do, I need to get rid of this thing. It's the biggest problem. So I guess I kill it with the Raging Worgen, which sucks, but then I suppose I should just save Leroy in my hand for a kill shot. Why give him the extra damage? But it does reduce what I can do on my next turn. I have a little bit of time, though. I need to, like, draw a Gorehowl or something. That would probably do a lot of winning. That guy's no good. Don't like to see that. And, of course, he's gaining hit points every turn. What do I got? Arathi Weaponsmith. Oh, that works not bad.
Try this.
Although it's going to buff this guy. If I Leroy this guy instead of my opponent, which I hate to do, but then I axe this, then I'll have a 3/3 and he'll just have 2 1/1s. But I'll also have less hit points. But I also have an axe. Man, this is tricky figuring out what to do.
What now?
If I just save him in my hand, that's great. I can get 2 more hit points and then use them to kill that, and then this guy will become a 3/4, so he'll be able to kill this. But if he does that, I can execute him. So I think that's what I'm going to stick with. I'm going to stick with the Leroy Surprise line of reasoning. It's tough, though. Clearing the board is tempting. This feels like I'm giving him a lot of control of the situation. But if he kills this guy, then I can just execute him. Where's he got? The War Axe. That is pretty horrible. Now this guy just gets bigger without that. Oh, man. Damn it. So I'm nowhere near killing my opponent. Leroy would not make... she would not make Leroy big enough to survive. Although, if I'm Leroying him directly, and if I kill this guy with Axe Execute, do I have enough mana for that? 6, 7, 8. Not to do that and heal. No, I would just die, though. Because when Leroy comes out, it gives your opponent 2 1/1s, right? So he would have 2 1/1s plus his Fiery War Axe, and I would have taken 4 damage from hitting this guy, so I would just die. So that doesn't work. Boo. This leaves me much crappier options, like I use Leroy to kill this. I can't take that much damage. I use Leroy to kill this, then I axe one of the 1/1s, armor up, and I decide whether or not to play her. I guess I'm doing that. I don't really have a choice at this point. Not quite working out. Probably should have armored first, but it doesn't make that much difference. Make him think I have an armored defending card. If I play her, she's just going to die. If I don't play her, then she won't be able to attack next turn, but she might use up something. You know, she might use up something. The fact that she would buff something for 1 hit point is not that big a deal to me. I'm just clinging to life not very well. I don't know what I need to draw, but it's got to be something damn good. Argent Commander would be pretty good.
Work.
Well, that's miserable. He's probably going to save his axe because it's not killing me right now, unless he has a lot of weapons in there, even in. That is not what I needed right now.
You shall
So we're going to play it. I mean, he is slowing things down a little bit, but I don't know. My opponent's getting closer to killing me, and the verse is not true. Wow, you're playing with this piece of crap, and it's still having a negative impact on me right now because I'm suffering from a failed rush, basically. Surprised he didn't use this to get closer there. I'm going to armor up and use my axe to kill her. Then I've got 9 minus 4, 5 hit points left. This to kill that, 2, 5, I lose. Yep, I've actually just lost. There's nothing I can do. I'm going to play it through, but I don't see any way my opponent could screw this up. Just attack, attack. Ooh. So there's me failing. This deck is very aggressive, and I've had some good performance out of it in casual, but I don't know. Seems like it's just not ready for ranked play. Although very, very small sample size is anecdotal evidence. You shouldn't really count that, but I'm not too happy with that performance. Anyway, well, I'll see you next time. If you like this, please click the eponymous button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.